Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. I know it's been a while since I have filmed anything, but I am back and ready to start focusing on my hobbies again, I guess. It was summertime, the kids were home. It was a little wild. Not only that, I've had a lot going on, I guess, in my personal life. Got a new job, so it's been just a little bit more chaotic around here than usual. But I am back. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you never miss a new upload. Let's get into the video. Today I've got another review for you. I have the Derwent Chromaflow colored pencils, just the 24 pack. I wasn't sure if I was going to like them, so that is why I only went with 24. I do suffer from full set syndrome, so this is going to be a little bit difficult for me. But again, I just wanted to make sure I liked them before I guess I invested in the bigger set. So these pencils come in a tin. Doesn't have a hinged lid. It just kind of pops on and off. It's plastic wrap. So I actually got these pencils in April. It's now October. So I got these 6 months ago and they've just been kind of hanging around. I haven't used them at all. But, you know, I did want to film, you know, my first impressions and everything, so I kind of kept them tucked away. I forgot about them. These pencils, you can get them on Amazon. I got mine on Amazon. You can also get them on Blick, the Blick website. Let's see. For the 24 set, it is $32.99. You can get a 12 pack. The 12 pack is $22.16. So with that said, these pencils on the back, it says achieve exceptional color saturation with rich pigments and bold colors. Rely on pencils that last longer due to less breakage when sharpening and in use. Enjoy consistent quality for every project, every time. According to the Blick website, it says ideal for artists of all levels. These vibrant, high-quality colored pencils are crafted with rich pigments for a smooth, creamy laydown and exceptional color saturation. They feature a break-resistant core. It is 3.5 millimeters, and it says excellent for layering and creating bold colors. Each pencil comes pre-sharpened and ready to use. So obviously they are pre-sharpened. I don't like to use them, I guess, right out of the box, sharpened like that. I prefer to sharpen them myself. I don't know if that's just from using, you know, cheaper pencils that you're supposed to sharpen before you use them. So, but yeah, so there's 24 colors. I'm gonna pop them open so we can take a closer look. Okay, so we'll open them up. I don't want to ruin the tin or anything. All right. So it just comes with a plastic wrap on top. There is 2 trays. So these trays are, well, they're all right. I guess you could keep them in the box. They're pretty sturdy. So we'll just take one out and we'll take a look at it. It has a black barrel, which is really nice. I like black. Gold lettering. It has your color name and number. Derwent Chromaflow, made in Britain. Capped end with the color on it. The barrel is small. I feel like it's small compared to the Inktense. Let me grab one of my Inktense. All right, so I have an Inktense pencil just for comparison purposes. So you can see the Inktense is actually a lot bigger than the Chromaflow. I don't know how much bigger, but anyway, barrel is smaller. The wood seems, oh no, it feels the same. The wood feels the same as the Inktense. So it looks like they have like a good selection of colors. There is a white, there's a black, there's a gray, some browns, greens, blues, pinks, oranges. I'm gonna actually sharpen all of these, and then we will get into some swatching. Okay, here they all are. Sharpened and everything. One thing I forgot to mention earlier is that these pencils do not come open stock, at least not that I can see. Blick does not have them open stock, which usually if they do, it would be up on their website, and they are not. So these do come in, the largest set is 72. And then 48, 36, 24, and 12. So those are just some things that I forgot to mention earlier. So I thought I would mention them now. So I do have my swatch sheet. So I have all the different Derwent pencils on here. Because my intention at one point was to get all 4 of the 24 packs and kind of see which ones I liked the best. So right now I only have the Chromaflow and the Color Soft. So I'm looking into getting the Artist and the Pro Color. So I just figured since they're just 24 packs, I could put them all on one sheet instead of having like really large boxes to swatch them in, which to me is kind of annoying. I don't like really large swatch boxes because I don't want to use, you know, most of my pencil just to swatch it. So I like small swatch boxes. That's why I guess I make my own, because I'm kind of particular about my swatch sheets, you know, just like an OCD thing. So they did sharpen really well in my Doll sharpener. It's the Doll 133, this one right here. I'll link it in the description below. I'm looking into eventually getting an electric pencil sharpener, just so when I do get new pencils, I don't have to sit there and, you know, turn the lever or whatever. So yeah, we'll get into swatching them. We'll do a little test and then I'll tell you guys what I think. Okay. All swatched now. I think there is like a pretty good range of colors, although I don't see like a true red, which is kind of a bummer. But there's a good, I mean, the yellow's nice. There's a good range of blue, a good range of greens, browns, the pink. I guess the pink and red I feel like could use some work. I would prefer like a true red and a true pink, I guess. They did break quite a bit, like the tips were breaking off, and actually the green one must have been cracked in the middle because I got this big large piece come off of it, so that was kind of a bummer. The color selection's good. I think that's like the only like positive thing I can say about the 24 pack. Would I buy the 72 count? Probably not. I didn't really like these pencils as much as I thought I would. Like I said, they broke quite a bit. They were kind of dusty, but I want to do like some further tests on them to see, because sometimes when I am swatching my pencils, I think, man, I really don't like these, and then I wind up coloring with them or something, and I do wind up liking them. So I do have my same little sheets here that I made. I use this in the my Gold Faber review. So what I do like about these pencils is I love, 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 love the black. Maybe that's why I like my Black Widow so much. Another thing that these pencils, I guess, don't offer is that you can't buy them open stock. So if one breaks, you would have to buy a whole new set if you wanted that that particular pencil. Some of the colors, I feel like they don't have any colors that aren't in any of my other sets, like my Prismacolors or my Polychromos, or let's see, what other ones do I have? Like the Gold Faber. I feel like there's not, some pencil brands, they'll have a specific color that like you can't find in other brands. This, I didn't really see that as much. I did like the way that the white went down, but obviously, I mean, you can't see that. So we'll go ahead and do some tests. I am loving the blues in this set, so we'll go ahead and do blues. I'm going to pull out the ones that I need. I'm just going to pull out all the blues because, you know, so there's 4 blues. You know, some sets that have like a small range of colors, like for instance a 24 count or a 12 count, they seem to have quite a bit of blues and like not a lot of other colors. I'm gonna zoom you guys in. So yeah, this is my little test sheet that I made, and it kind of gives me a better idea of, you know, I have different categories on here, like layers, what happens if you apply heavy pressure, medium pressure, light pressure, their blending ability, their erasability, and whether or not they smear. So I will just go in with the lightest one. Oops, I should probably grab a pen so that I know which set this is. So these are the Derwent Chromaflow. And we're just gonna write 15 here because there's not enough room to write the entire color name. So we'll go in with super light layers. This part actually takes kind of a while, so maybe I'll speed it up so you guys don't get bored with me. I should mention too that the paper that I use, it's a pretty like toothy paper. So it's called Nina Bristol Vellum. I will link it in the description, but it's not very expensive. I think you can get 350 sheets for $13, which actually is cheaper than the stuff that I was using, which was a cover stock, which is actually a super thick paper. But yeah, it's a little bit cheaper than that. All right, so we'll go in with our second layer here, and we'll go on 2 layers here. So this will be our first layer. I don't know, I feel like these don't really layer that well. I feel like they might be more of a just push hard and go. I don't know. So third layer, and then I'll just kind of fill these in with the first layer. So what have I been up to? Being that I haven't filmed or posted anything in the past, what, 5 months, 6 months? I actually hadn't even checked into like my YouTube very much. I mean, I was still on YouTube like watching stuff, but I wasn't I guess paying attention. And I came back on and I was like, I have 95 subscribers, which is crazy to me because I did not think that I would end up with 50, much less almost 100. So that's pretty cool. So second layer. Well, I got a new job that I just started a couple weeks ago, so that's been nice. Second layer, 3. Sorry, now I'm getting off track. 3. I don't know, I don't see this going very. I feel like they're not really layering past 4. That's 4. I feel like I can't get any more color down. 5. Yeah. So there you can see the difference. I feel like once they get past 4, they kind of get like that wax bloomy type thing. I'm going to sharpen this one and we'll go to pressure. Oh, and see, this tip just broke too. So I don't know if it has something to do with how long I like held on to them before I didn't use them. All right, fingers crossed that, well, I can't tell. It looks like it's cracked right here, but it seems pretty sturdy in the barrel there. So here we'll go with light pressure. This is like the lightest pressure I feel like I'm capable of doing. And we'll do medium pressure. I feel like the medium pressure you get like a better color payoff, but being that these have been breaking so much, I don't know that I want to even do the heavy pressure. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yep, we got some, oh, so that's what happens with heavy pressure. Okay, let's shake it off. All right, let's try again. These are really breaking a lot. Or maybe it's just this one, I don't know. And there's quite a bit, well, I wouldn't say quite a bit. There's some dust on there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but all right, now let's see how they blend. So I'm gonna go in with the darkest blue, which is Denim number 12, and lightly. We'll just get a little bit darker back here. So now I'm going to go in with light blue. This is number 14. All right, that's a little rough there. That blend. I'm just going to see what happens if I go in. I don't know if I like the way that these are blending, or maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. So we'll go in with a lighter layer here because I think that's the secret to blending. Now, I've only been coloring for 1 second. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with blue, 13. I've only been coloring for less than a year. Yeah, I mean, I started coloring in maybe September. Oh, I should have went in with blue. Maybe that's why the blending doesn't look as good as I thought. Anyway, I've only been coloring for less than a year. I mean, it's been like a whole year since I picked up my first coloring book, but obviously I haven't been coloring a lot, so okay, see, that looks better. I used the wrong color. That's why. It looks a little better, but I feel like you can definitely see the lines here. So again, maybe I'm doing something wrong, but you're not blending like Prisma's blend. Okay, now we'll go in with turquoise green, which is the lightest color, my lightest color. So yeah, I still feel like the blending it's a little harsh. Like the lines these don't blend as well as I thought. And if I remember correctly, these are supposed to be like the Prismacolors. All right, so you could definitely see like some lines, especially the dark blue going into the like light blue. So don't really blend very well. Right here doesn't look horrible, and then like the light blue into the blue doesn't look horrible, but you know. Okay, so we will test how well it erases. I'll use the darkest color. Well, maybe we'll just use all of them. Here, we'll do blue. I'm going in lightly because I know I'm gonna erase it. So maybe I'll do like, maybe over here I'll do a light, what am I trying to say? Oh my gosh, I am all over the place. In the corner, I'll put a little bit more pressure. So over here, we'll do like a harder pressure. Blue. There. My eraser. Okay. That's the same eraser I always use. It's my electric eraser. It is made by Derwent. This is not the rechargeable one. It is battery operated. Takes 2 AAA batteries. I believe it was like $13, I think, for the eraser. Right here, it has the push button to activate it. And then it did come with like spare erasers. So this part just pops out, and then this is how you change the eraser, just like that. And then you just pop it back in, and voila. Get all those off. Again, I feel like with most pencils, like if you were gonna go over this, I think that would be doable. But let's see what happens when we try to erase the ones that had some heavier pressure. Okay, so I feel like it was pretty much the same. Definitely didn't take away any, you know, the whole thing, which I feel like, I don't know if any colored pencils do that unless they're erasable colored pencils, of course. So we're gonna do a smear test. Let's try a light layer. Doesn't smear. Now, if we go in with more pressure, it's kind of smeary, but smeary, is that even a word? It's not doesn't smear as much as a Prismacolor. And you guys will hear me compare a lot of things to Prismacolor because I feel like that's what a lot of people use. That's what a lot of people like. I know that they are my favorite pencil. So I do compare a lot of my art supplies, or my colored pencils, I guess, to Prismacolors because that's what I mainly work with. So I'm very familiar with Prismas and how they work, and I can tell, you know, like when I'm doing these reviews, I can tell without even pulling out a Prismacolor, I can tell whether or not it's comparable to a Prismacolor colored pencil. So anyway, here is the white. We are gonna do white on black and see how well that shows up. And I think I like the way this white is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It shows up pretty well on black. And this is not like a printer ink black. I actually printed these sheets out, you know, from my printer, but in an effort to save on some ink, I just colored this in with a Sharpie. So it definitely looks gray over the black, but I feel like that's kind of common with any white pencil, unless you're using like a Posca pen or maybe a white gel pen, which I don't have a lot of experience with. The white gel pen that I have is one of like the cheaper brands, like the Tan Mint, I think it is. So first impressions on these pencils, I don't want to like talk bad about pencils, especially like pencils are, I feel like, such a personal thing. You know, there's people that love Prismas, there's people that love polychromos, there's people, you know, so yeah, it is a personal thing, but I personally do not like these pencils very much. I don't think I'm gonna go ahead and buy the 72 pack just because I wasn't that impressed. I feel that for the price, they are not worth it, because the 72 count, let's see, I forgot how much it was. The 72 count is on Blick. It is $132.19. And yeah, so I don't think it's worth it. I'd rather invest in something that I'm gonna like, or even invest in more Prismacolors because those are my favorite. I have all the Prisma, like I have the 150 set. But if I was gonna spend that kind of money, I would honestly buy a second Prismacolor 150 set or maybe invest in some other art supplies. Like the Derwent brand overall, I feel is a good brand. I love my Inktense pencils. I don't use them as much as I should, but I really love how they're like unique. They're not a watercolor pencil, you know, so you can get watercolor pencils, you know, ranging from, you know, very inexpensive to very expensive, and the Inktense are just a pencil like no other. These, on the other hand, I feel like they're just your average colored pencil. So I wouldn't spend the money on them. The blending is okay. I do like to blend with my colored pencils. These I don't think would be good for blending with. Again, I'm not a pro. I haven't been coloring that long, but I do know like the difference between a Prismacolor blend versus like a different colored pencil. So with that said, if you're interested in buying these pencils, I would recommend starting off with a small size, like the 12 count set. Again, they're not open stock, so you can't just go and buy like one or two, unfortunately. But I'd recommend going with the 12 set, and then if you do really like them, go for the 72 set. That's what I do with a lot of my pencils. I buy a small set and then buy a bigger set if I like them. So like Prismacolors, for instance, I bought, I think, a 24 pack and then like a 12 pack and another 12 pack before I actually bought my 150 set. So that is all I have for today. Don't forget to hit like, don't forget to subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you never miss a new upload. I hope I do not disappear for another 5 months. I enjoy this very much. Life just gets in the way of things sometimes, unfortunately. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Bye.